You touched on the confidence. I think that's a very, very huge part. But when it comes to creepiness, I think it's harder to approach girls in cities like London because there's so
That's
many
interesting.
creeps,
Hmm.
and you don't want to come across as one.
It ruins it for the rest of us as well.
Exactly. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
it also
It
makes
makes it
me
harder.
hesitant. Yeah.
Like the amount of times I've seen attractive girls on a tube platform that I want to talk with, but I was like, I think
Don't want to
it's
be that guy.
yeah. I don't want to be that guy. That's it, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's as well. Like I think it's the environment where you're approaching because
But
now it becomes you can't approach girls wherever you like anywhere.
but I
It has to
also
be a specific place, almost like a pub or a park or something. Not in the night, obviously.
absolutely. But I think it comes down to the education of what guys should be doing when it comes to approaching girls respectfully and
Mm.
also like
Mm-hmm.
nicely and being a gentleman, I
Yeah,
suppose.
exactly.
Not trying to overly compensate or come off in a way that's making them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think for the guys listening to this, it's kind of checking yourself and checking your behavior and coming across in a way that, and by doing that, I'd say like talk to your friends who are girls about the
Mm.
best way to approach a girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
That's a
know,
really
like,
good point. Yeah.
because I would ask my sister and be like, how would you, do you know what I mean? Like it's,
Because you have very similar age with your sister as well,
yeah, she's
right?
3 years older than me.
Yeah. So
But she's like
that
incredibly
makes so
switched
much.
on. So, but I had the pleasure of living with her for like
Yeah.
4 years. But I remember wouldn't be like asking her like, oh, how could I pick up girls? It'd be more just saying, yeah, if you were to be approached with a guy, how would you want to be approached? What do you think would be a nice? And it's always, treating, being respectful, not making them feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do it
Yeah.
like it's nice to be complimented on.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
when I've been complimented, I'm like, oh, great, I feel good. Like, thank you. But it comes down to the awareness as well and having
Yeah.
awareness for yourself. And I do think that there is a level of emotional intelligence that I think not only is it essential for everyone to know and understand that, but I think when it comes to being in a relationship, having emotional intelligence and awareness of yourself and an understanding of connecting with you and one day your partner, especially on a deeper level, that's when you really go to the next echelon of success.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's ways of doing that. I think it's whether that be sort of like practicing more active listening
Mm-hmm.
or expressing yourself a bit more clearly and communicating your thoughts and feelings, like how do you actually feel, which I know is really hard for guys. Like we had our podcast, men's mental health, and being able to communicate your own thoughts and feelings is so difficult for men, but so key. And so I feel like that's what women almost need and want from men is for their man to be more vulnerable.
Exactly. Well, looking at this statistic, 63% of dates now are looking for emotional maturity before physical look. So exactly, like I like to use this analogy as an example. You have this girl that's 11 out of 10. You have like she's at home, but like you've got this souvenir that's that just doesn't talk with you really. Like she's beautiful and all of that, but like then that's it. Like you can't really have a deep. She's not challenging you emotionally or psychologically, I would say. And I think you want that balance between being physical attractive and it's not only for girls, it's for men as well.